So I want to share with everybody what's going on today for me. Today's a unique day where my wife's out in LA and my son's spending the whole day with the grandparents. And I had this day to myself. And so I realized, like, you know what? Like, I feel like I'm really craving some kind of adventure, like solo adventure. And I'm an extrovert at heart, but I'm really learning the value in time to recharge by myself. And so I jumped in the Jeep, packed up my stuff, and decided to just kind of hit the road and traveling deep into the woods of Maine today and just seeing what really shows up. And so one of the things that I've noticed is like I've been feeling just kind of out of place lately, and just like something's not right with my energy. And what that really was is I'm gonna speak, for myself using an I message here, really, versus just kind of putting everyone else into a bucket. Maybe you feel this way too, but I tend to make myself busy in order to distract myself from how I feel. Because sometimes I don't always like how I feel, so I keep myself busy. I do busy things. And so what I'm really craving right now is some time alone, some stillness time. Even though I'm driving, during this stillness, during this time of quiet, and being in the woods and driving through all these trees, it's allowing me to get very present with how I'm feeling. And what I noticed is that I had these feelings coming up. I was feeling angry. I had anger inside me. And if I opened up that box of anger and looked in there, there was also a lot of sadness too. Sadness was probably the root of it. And all of it's coming from some personal stuff that, I've been working through. But what's so valuable about this is that I realized that I've been staying busy so I wouldn't have to acknowledge these feelings. Now, here's the thing. I could choose to stay busy or just put on a happy face, but guess what? The sadness, the anger, it's still there. It's still there waiting to be dealt with. And I could wait and deal with it another time, but guess what? During that time period, it's had time to fester and store up more trouble within me, making up different stories, telling me different lies that amp it up even more until it could become explosive. So there's incredible value for me in just allowing myself to feel. It's my way of saying, like, look, there's nothing wrong with how you feel. There's nothing wrong with how I feel. It's what I choose to do with it that makes a big difference. So I'm choosing to be with it, acknowledge it, and just see what shows up and just deal with it. And so I'm going on this adventure today because it's getting harder and harder for me to stay in this place as I'm in the beautiful woods, in the backcountry here. But it's also giving me clarity on what I need to do with it, how I can articulate it. Because right now when I first deal with my emotions, they're messy. It's just a big mess of stuff. But the more I'm with it, the more I acknowledge it, the more I honor it, the more clarity I get. And I can articulate what's going on, and I start feeling a little more peace. So that's the message I want to share with you today. That one, there's nothing wrong with how you feel, ever. There's no emotion that's inappropriate or wrong. It's okay to be happy, sad, excited, tired, scared. Like, it's okay how you feel. It's just, what do you choose to do with it? And that's another big takeaway I want to give you too, is honor how you feel. Don't glorify being busy to just distract yourself from how you're feeling. Take a moment, be still, even if you don't like the feeling. I promise you there is reward in actually acknowledging how you feel and being with it. And I encourage you to do so. See what shows up for yourself. Because what could be possible just after a few moments of being uncomfortable with your feelings and then having clarity and being able to move on with your day. So that's living with a courageous heart. Love you all. Have a great day. Bye.